You're listening to Force Fed Digital. The X you heard.
Tune in today, because me and my people always have something to say.
The X you heard.
Wagwan. Welcome to Bounce, a manifestation from ForceFed Digital and TURN, the United Ronin Networks. My name is Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as R4. Bounce is a podcast where I tell you tales of my former 27-year career and how I retrospectively regret decisions that led me to stay stuck in such a job. I'm also hoping to keep you fellow men and women abreast, especially those coming up, about the law and everything you need to know about keeping your documents refreshed and learn a thing or two pertaining to said jobs. I'm not always going to talk about security. I may be leaning into politics because we see the end result of the rash decisions made by these out-of-touch oligarchs. They couldn't possibly know how or what it is in a common neighborhood at all. Y'all only dare to show up if it means getting a vote. Elitist, how about every day instead of every 4 years? I'll shut up now. I will go on and won't stop till the break of dawn. That ain't just lyrics to a song. I begin and end my day with that John. On this edition of Bounce, we're going back to the middle part of the 2010s, 2014. Pick a hookah spot in Queens, anywhere, somewhere. Part of me refused to share this mystery spot, feeling I've been thoroughly dishonored in such a way that you just can't make this shit up. Alright, y'all, quick Uber ride on me. Let's listen in. I'm going to take this moment right now and tell y'all about a time I did this fucking hookah bar. You know, I tried my damnness to stave away from this story, but I had to tell it sometime, man. I mean, I can't hold it in forever, you know? Happened about 10 years ago. You could pick a spot in Queens, just pick anyone. No, I'm not even going to give this place the usual respect because of simply what happened. Let me just break it on down. Now again, pick a spot, any hookah spot in Queens, right? Not too many got these kinds of motherfuckers, or maybe they do, because I don't really work in too many of them, but God damn it, man. God damn it. There's one particular fucking place, there's one particular hookah spot. I had incredibly gorgeous women in there who served as bottle girls and waitresses, hostesses, whatever you want to call them, right? And the manager, apparently it was his birthday today, right? I mean, whatever, okay, so he's throwing a party in his joint. No, not his joint, but the owner who wasn't there that night gave him carte blanche, let him do exactly what he wanted to do. And, you know, he had some dancers there to perform, right? This doesn't happen usually, but today, given that this is a special day, sure, he had a good 6 of them working a night. Here's the thing about that, right? There was money. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of money being thrown in the air this night here in this mystery hookah place in Queens. Now, in this particular spot, walking in through this door, this whole front is all doors, right? Enter the door furthest to the right. As soon as you walk in, you're met with the ticket lady and the coat check lady. This also serves as an area where you can order a drink to take a quick shot while waiting on an Uber or whatever it is. Onwards we enter. Not much of an area. It's just like this, I guess you could call it a threshold, a vestibule that leads you to the staircase, which takes you down to where you need to go. So Onwards we go downstairs, lengthy staircase, but just one flight down. And there's this huge bar down there. You know, it's one of these bars that curves around-ish. The usual display of the many bottles of different kinds of liquor from the top shelf to the bottom. Customary, right? With all of that being said, just picture a bunch of people with instruments on their tables. These are hookahs. I just don't know why, but people really religiously use these shits like that shit is the shit to do. I heard it said that when you're smoking a hooker, when you're smoking a hookah pipe, you are puffing the same amount as you would a pack of cigarettes. Well, God bless it if you do inhale, that's what would happen, no? But no, even if you huff on it and don't inhale and you just blow out, that is still just as damaging as a pack of cigarettes. I somehow believe that, because when I'm in this place, right, inside this room, you are met with this reek, stiff air. And what's even more insulting than that this stiff air got the nerve to smell good. You know, like it got this odor about it. You know, it smells sort of incesty, but it smells like ass too. You know, like if ass smells nice, that's what it smells like. I don't know what the appeal is. I just don't see it, man. But anyways, I'd see as a bouncer, I'd catch one or two guys putting weed in there-ish. To be honest, they got the right idea doing it that way. But being that I'm the bad guy, villain, bouncer, I gotta stop these folks from doing that. Because the manager, apparently he's one of these managers that don't miss. You dig what I'm saying? Like, okay, granted, he's on his game, but you know what? He's on the dollar bill. Let me explain that one. Again, money was being made, there were dancers there, and this downstairs floor, it's pretty widespread, right? Many chairs, many tables to where you could sit down next to your hookah device, or hookah pipe, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sipping on a soda, and sometimes open the back exit so I can get a breather, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have to step out and get that fresh air. I ain't care how cold it was, because dealing with this stiff fucking smell of this shit is too much. It's too much. But I handle it, right? Now, while these folks are smoking their hookahs and whatever the case may be, there's folks smoking weed over there. They gave me a tip, so I left them alone, you know. And in fact, I welcomed the smell of weed. Manager be damned, because this manager, I see his fucking face on the $1 bills. Now, suggesting that dudes that cash in for $1 bills, you know, that's how they do in strip clubs, instead of actual $1 bills, they were getting back $1 bills with this fucking dude's face where Washington's face would have been. You know, sometimes when I work a strip club, right, I have that habit, and I can admit to this. I'm not the only one that does it. I'm far from it. But when I see dollar bills close enough to me, I'm going to snatch some. What? I don't get paid enough to not do it, you know? So I see a few bills fly my way. What I'm going to do, not grab them? They landing on me. That stuff a whole bunch. They flying at me as if there's this fan blowing them in this vortex. So a lot of it came into my hand. I put it in my pocket. What? Now, could you imagine the look on my fucking face when I went to the fucking bathroom and I'm counting ones? I had a good amount too, a good 30, you know, some odd number, 33 of them. They all had this fucker's face on it. So I threw them down the toilet and I pissed on it. Yes, I drank a good amount of Red Bull and I was peeing like a racehorse on top of those fucking counterfeit ones. It was utterly satisfying watching those crumpled, pissed-on dollar bills flush into the toilet and disappear. I go back out. And you could tell the girls dancing in there, the look of dissatisfaction and disappointment on their faces, having to stuff these dollar bills in whatever bag they were carrying. Ugh. The look and disgust in some of their faces, rightfully so, mind you. In comes the end of the night. I mean, it was annoying all night, to be honest. The men coming in and out were, I don't know. Some of them were cool, I guess. But then there's this one guy who was giving problems to my partners upstairs. See, he tried to leave with a drink. And I'm like, damn it. I was already pissed. I was already annoyed. To be honest, I think seeing Duke's face on a fucking dollar bill kind of pushed me over the edge a little bit. And maybe I did want to fight. I don't know. I'll tell you right now, I'll admit to this too. I regret this because I couldn't gotten myself. Before I say it, it's funny, the manager was there pouring this guy a drink. Why would you pour a guy a drink when you want the guy to leave? You know, and then the guy's going to insist to wanting to leave with the drink. See, that's what happened, right? So I'm like, can't you finish your drink? No, I don't want to finish the drink. Slurring his words. He sounded like he looked like a fucking asshole. I'm like, so all right, why don't you just let him leave with the drink? No, we can't let him leave with the drink, says this dollar bill face asshole manager. So, make the situation confusing, why don't you? I was for sure confused. I was pissed. I was affecting instead of deflecting. I wasn't in the mood to deflect-ish, okay? I was pissed all night. I was pissed at the manager because he wasn't making no sense, and I was pissed at this dickhead who was just acting a fucking fool. I'm like, please, just finish your drink. Man, you. Now, why are you cursing me out? Because I can. Smacked me in the face with spit. A loogie, and I felt that shit fall down my face. My partners were astonished this happened. My response to that? A spear. I speared, charged him, gored him through the front door. Kaplingetling. So we both crashed on the floor, him on his back, me on top of him. I'm pushing up on top of him. But I encountered his friends. There were like 7 of them outside. When they all saw what happened, and when the people inside, I don't know who did this, but motherfuckers inside decided to lock the door on me. I was getting jumped, y'all. I was getting hit with bottles, garbage cans, paint containers. I caught it, man. Getting punched, getting smacked up. I'm getting hit. Glass fell on my face. Like I'm getting crashed with bottles and shit. They just wouldn't stop. They kept going. And all I could do was just cover it the best I could. As they kept going, they kept hitting me with shit. Fucking garbage can. I felt that repeat over and over on top of me as I'm holding myself down for protection. The thought that these motherfuckers locked the door on me, not one of them ass come out to help me, yo. Not one of those fucking supposed air quote men in black help me whatsoever. When I realized this after getting beat down, getting hit with so many things, I should hope to God they wasn't stabbing me up. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it took for me to just lose it. And suddenly, I'm elbowing, I'm punching, I'm headbutting, I'm giving Glasgow kisses to motherfuckers left and right. Bang, boom, bing. I swear I was looking at 1960s version Batman words appear. Pow, zowie, biff. I was going crazy. After the many times I got hit, you'd think I would wallow in pain. No, the I didn't. I instead caught a second wind. And man, there was nothing them bastards could do to me. I was wilding out, punching assholes, kicking, biting. Yeah, I was biting. I didn't give a fuck. What was I supposed to do? I had no help. We were on the street. Ain't this shit fair on the fucking street? I tried to bite noses, they eyes. It took for all that to happen, for them inside to finally unlock the door and fucking get me off these and throw me inside to then lock the door. I couldn't believe it. Pushing them. Like, what the f? Why did you fucking help me? Just give me my punk ass money so I can get the fuck out of here, I said. Made a little tip and my salary. Punk ass $120. You gonna tell me that's a lot of money? That shit doesn't start to pay for the emergency room. I'm limping out of there. Police had came and all that. They stopping me and this shit. Hey, you okay? They asked me. All I could say was, I'm alive. As I waddled away, I saw that they wasn't really fucking with me. You know, it's not like they were arresting me. But for some reason, it was mad cops outside of shit as I was limping away towards the train station. My knee is fucked because of the way I landed after spearing the guy through the door. I'm in pain because when the adrenaline calms down and you're back to a normal level, God, did the pain set in. I'm limping. I'm hurting. Tears of frustration falling down my face when I think back to how my supposed partners just left me, seemingly to die. I was about a couple blocks close to the train station when one of my partners pulled up beside me.
Bro, you live uptown, right?
Said, yeah.
Hop in, man. I'll take you, man.
I just stared at him for a long time, or seemingly a long time. And I could tell he was reading my mind. So in response to that, he says,
Yo, that wasn't us, bro. That was Duke, bro. He shut the door. And we wanted to help you, but he was like, nah, don't help him. Nah, they're gonna kill him. Nah, they're gonna kill him.
You could just imagine the fright, the fierce fright, and how upset I became upon hearing that shit. I just simply put on the seatbelt. Without a word, he nodded his head and kept his eyes on the road. I guess this episode should serve as somewhat of a lesson. You can't always overreact, but sadly, there will be a time when all of that is thrown out the window and you forget class and you forget to deflect as opposed to affect. Bring shit down, not shake shit up. Tell you this. Suffice to say, I never worked there again. Do your best to use all that you could to deflect, to calm it down, to talk it down. Don't add fuel to the fire. Admittedly, easier said than done. See, this is why managers, DJs, and bouncers, as well as bartenders, need to collectively come with a plan before you start the night. For preventive measures, if you can understand what I'm saying there. Or it could cost you your life. All I'm saying, y'all be good. I repeat the reminder, maintain your professionalism, even if you don't want to. The primary directive is diffuse the situation. Never ever get into it. Stay calm, even though it can prove quite difficult. Please, whatever you do, hold your head. Don't lose your head. As if that isn't obvious enough, sometimes we need a little reminder. And here I am, only too happy to oblige and provide. Please connect with me. Hit me on www.solo.to/RGMC2407. See me on any social media platform, including TikTok. Follow me over there, y'all. Also, follow the podcast on ForceFed Digital, wherever you tune in to your favorite programs, including Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or Spotify. Join the United Ronin Networks for uncensored versions of Ralph Reed's and Bounce. There's also a Bounce YouTube channel and my universal handle once again at RGMC2407. Speaking of force-fed digital, support my brethren, my fellow gods in pod, with my Bronx story, sports not fiction, from common sense to nonsense, and introducing the newest program on the network, Pinfalls Count Anywhere. Tune in today, cause me and my people always have something to say. 27 years I've stood my post. A bouncer's life, a doorman, a host. In shadows of darkness, behind a wall. Feet hurt like hell, but still stand tall. In the night, where dreams collide, I guard the abyss with grit and pride. The pay is but a whisper in the wind, but here I stand where most would never begin. With every shove and bruising clash, I bear the weight of the heat that goes to ash. People are harsher than a tempest's roar, yet kindness sometimes knocks on the door. Those fleeting moments like the summer's pace are sparks of light in this dark place. Energy is a friend of me. Hostility is an enemy. When bruises bloom and pain's a friend, a companionship no need to amend. The ones who vanish when the night's grown cold revealed the worth of bonds new and old. I pondered paths I ventured near, which fortune's fickle hand had steered. Still I guard despite burdens borne. For this role I weathered storms. Mornings bright when that sun burns. Through roughened nights, harsh lessons learned. Show yourself a little love, aight? Every day and every night. Be safe.